Zero, how you what?
Man,
Welcome to the podcast.
yes, sir, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming through. You were sort of one of the first producers that I really knew about, and you're definitely one of the producers that I look up to the most for sure in Indianapolis. And I just want to start it off by saying, you are like one of the most humble people too, which is great. But I do kind of want to talk your shit for you, you know what I mean? And like let you talk your own shit of your success to let people in Indianapolis really know what's possible.
Yes, sir.
Especially the upcoming producers that might be selling beats for $20, not really having the whole game plan down and definitely not knowing, the possibilities of being a producer here. Yeah. And everybody working in the music scene of Indianapolis, I feel like it's just inspiring to know that certain people do end up reaching into the industry, and winning huge awards, and achieving the dream.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you can, like, kind of just introduce yourself and maybe some of the credits you like to talk about.
As you said, my name is Zero. You already know what's up. I've been doing music stuff since a youngin. Man, I done worked with a lot of people, man. A lot of people in the city, a lot of people outside the city. Man, won awards and accolades, you feel me?
Starting off, one of the first things that's insane is you drummed for Justin Bieber, right?
Oh, yeah, when I was a little boy.
What does that even mean? Because obviously Justin Bieber would have been like at the beginning of his career too, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how does that even happen? And what was that like?
Man, it was just an opportunity that was given to me, man, when I was a youngin', man, because, man, I was a drum prodigy growing up, man. So
A drum prodigy?
yeah, man, like I was like people knew me from playing drums more than production. I didn't really tap into the production stuff until like maybe I would say because I was doing it in high school, but really getting into it probably not till like college era. But
So what was life like as a drum prodigy? Because that's insane on its own. Like were you constantly having to perform or like
yeah,
go into
man,
certain schools and stuff?
played for a lot of churches, schools, man, events. Man, just coming out here, winning the it was this, what is it, the IHSAA, which was just like the Indianapolis High School Music Association, and
You won the competition for
yeah,
it?
yeah, man, all 4 years of high school, man.
All 4 years you won it?
Yeah,
Damn, I didn't even know this.
yeah,
That's
man.
it. Literally, we've talked a lot of times, and literally every time it's like you got to like kind of poke around and you just like uncover like some amazing shit you've done.
Yeah,
It really is wild, and
Yeah.
it is awesome that you are like that humble, and it kind of shows where like some people that act like they got it all going on and stuff. A lot of the times it's the cappers, that are the ones that are like trying to brag the most about stuff they weren't. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like the those people brag, but it is good, to hear that, and especially for somebody in high school that might be just on the drum line or something, but they know they love music.
Yeah,
To be able to transition from that into a career is wild too.
yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty
And
fun.
we had talked about it before, but one of the big placements was like the T-Pain one initially, right?
No, that was my
For you,
brother.
right.
Mine
But
was the Chris Brown with DJ Drama, Wishing.
that's crazy.
With,
But I'm saying, didn't like that time and like your brother in a way, like didn't that kind of like start like everything at that path?
yeah, yeah. When I seen that he was making money off of it, man, I was just like, yeah, let me go and get on that. But actually, he wasn't the first person that kind of like. Well, I could say he was because I mean he's in my family, but I watched people like Joey French growing up, like,
Like you kind of studied the game of being
yeah,
a producer.
man, Joey French, Crossy, man, these are like some Damon Farrell, like these are people who I looked up to growing up. And then when I seen how they was moving and like how the music stuff was going for them, especially my brother, um, I was like, forget it, man. I'm about to just tap into the production side, man. And they got me the doors opening.
That's awesome. Do you remember the first beat that you ever sold?
Yeah, I was uh I was 17. Beat was trash as beat was trash as hell, but uh yeah, I was 17, man.
Did you have to go through that of like making like 100 or 1,000 beats that you would consider now to be trash, or did it kind of
Nah,
come naturally with
it
the
just
talent?
it just came naturally. Uh
Did the drum backing? I mean, that has to play a huge role. Even though now you play keys when you
mhm.
make the beats, but even the way you do your drums and like the 808, like the do 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 do, like a lot of the patterns and everything, it has to be sort of tied to that, right?
Yeah, yeah, because I understand it. I understand like the arithmetics of like the drum aspect. So the drums was never gonna be an issue for me. It
That's
was the keys, and I had taught myself how to play keys. Then found out I had a pitch perfect ear growing up. Didn't really know what that was until um one of the guys who I look up to who do music. He was a piano teacher. He showed me. He was just like, you got a crazy pitch perfect ear.
And
Then I been
what does
have
that even mean? Explain that for the people that have heard that but
so
don't know.
pitch perfect ear is you can hear somebody's pitch and understand exactly what key they in. You could tell them like off rip, like I can sing
Like
like
you hear
some
a note and you kind of know what it
yeah, and
is.
be like, oh yeah, you in E flat, bro, and then start playing it. So that's pretty much what it is. You understand tunes, um, and pitch perfect ear is like a blessing and a curse to some people because certain frequencies mess with your ears a lot. So it's just like having that pitch because your ears are tuned to understanding the pitch of something. So like when certain sounds hit a certain pitch, sometimes it bothers
Like
you.
it's like a sensitivity to it
Uh
almost
huh.
because you notice it.
Yeah, kind of like a dog. Like when you do the little dog whistle thing to a human ear, we can't hear, but to them they can hear. It's just kind of like the same way.
That's wild. So for a producer that's wanting to make beats, but they don't have the musical backing or talent, where do you recommend they start? Like, do you think producers should learn how to play piano or drums, like kind of as a fundamental base for being a producer?
Not necessarily drums, but at least piano, man. Learn your keys. I mean, it's gonna make life easier. I mean, it's cool to drag and drop and all this stuff, but you save so much time when you don't have to drag and drop and you can play. You could drag and drop the drums. That's easy. That ain't gonna take nobody all day. It's really the key progressions and stuff like that because you don't want to keep having to say repetitive sound. Like if you playing in C, all your beats is in C.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, like
And if you
you don't have no
use
range to you. Like you can't go to a E flat or a F. Like somebody say, hey, maybe a beat in like F sharp because that fit my voice. You don't know what that is because you stuck on to C. So
Yeah. No, that is super true. And especially as soon as you collab, or even using a loop, if you don't understand that things need to be in key, then yeah, you're always going to make a beat that just sounds sort of bad to people. And
yeah,
when an artist tries to use auto tune on it, it's going to be real confusing too if the beat is all over the place with
yeah,
the key too.
most definitely.
Yeah. So let's break down like the business just well let's keep talking about the credits because I know there's like a long list in here too. Like who are some like recognizable names that you would say you've worked with?
Like in the city or just like all together.
Like that
Oh,
a random person would know, yeah.
like Future, Lil Baby, Ty Dolla Sign. Uh,
Pause. You already named like that's already insane. You know what I'm saying? And then to already mention Chris Brown but keep going, keep going.
yeah, man. Uh, city wise, you got like Monty Trey Nine, TJ Free, Woogie. Majority, if you rap in the city, now I won't say I've done it for everybody, but majority of like your well known rappers in the city, I probably done had my hands or something. like musical wise with them. So
Hmm.
uh definitely that. And then
And
uh
I hear that too because I've always heard your beats as an engineer too, as one of the top producers in the city, which is dope too to work with like the big artists that you named, and also even care about the city too, and you even give deals. You know what I mean,
yeah.
to where you do help people get the beats. You know what I mean, and kind of
Hmm.
start off their career with a solid like producer. You know,
Yeah.
which I definitely like look up to that too. Yeah, and I didn't want to like have you, like it's not about bragging, but some of the people need to hear like the big names, and like just what's possible,
Yeah.
because to say you worked with like Future, that's crazy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that is literally the top of the dream for most people wanting to be a producer. It's like I'm trying to make a beat for Future. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So like it's like I feel like it's just good to really acknowledge that and like let those people see, what can be possible. So what role does a label play in this? Because I like to like give advice for artists, and help them to kind of understand what the label even is, because
Hmm.
for most people it's like some distant sort of thing that they don't really understand. So if like what's it like working with a label as a producer?
Uh, that's cool. I mean, it has its ups and downs. Uh, it's always good to have a team. You feel me? I got a solid team. You know. Uh, shout out to Ready Rock Zoe, my little sister Courtney, uh, Coco. Like, I got a solid crazy team. Shout out to my homie Jeff, my lawyers, my music lawyers, Kenny and Miss Rachel. So it's just like having that team kind of helps with the label situations because sometimes the labels can try to get over on you. They can try to like not give you your money or you waiting for a long period of time. Like when I didn't have a team, like when I first started, like there was times where I'm waiting for like checks. It'd be like a year from now. Like I could do a song that dropped in September and I won't even see that check to maybe next September, the next following year, or that November. Whereas my team now, you feel me, like um, Miss Rachel, she gonna make sure I get my money fast as heck. Like, it comes, when I go do stuff with the labels, that's where paperwork comes in. That's what split sheets. You always want to go in with a split sheet and paperwork. You first and foremost, if you're a producer and you want to get to that level, and you get to that level, find you a music lawyer immediately. So,
Why?
just because of a music lawyer is gonna help you with copyright and stuff, making sure you don't get ran over and stuff. When people give you contracts, they look over it, make sure that you ain't signing no BS. You feel me? They gonna make sure that you get your money. You feel me? All that. It's gonna save you from having to go through BS drama because you just didn't understand what you were signing.
Yeah. So because that can be confusing, and I 100% agree. Anything you sign, you should have somebody look over because they throw in the like legal jargon and all these
Mhm.
extra clauses just to kind of confuse the person reading it. But what would be an example of a bad deal for a producer,
A
sort of to watch
360,
out for? And what's a 360 deal?
the worst deal that you could get in your life. That's basically for a producer. It don't make no sense for you to sign the 360 deal. It's stupid as hell. I mean,
Because you're locked into them and they're making money off of
off of
everything
anything
you
you
do.
do, you ain't probably not making nothing at all.
And you're waiting on them to send any money you do too,
Yeah.
probably, because it's all tied to them.
Best deals, the decent deals are like pub deals or like admin deals. Those are cool. Pub deals, you still gotta make sure that you have a lawyer on that. That way, you make sure that you don't sign nothing that you not getting your percentages on. Uh, once you get to a certain level, you can kind of play on your deals and stuff like that. Cause me, how my deal is, I have a non-exclusive contract with all labels. So basically, I'll work with you, but I'm not, I'm not signed to you, nothing like that.
You can still work with the other label too.
And not have to be structured to one person.
And that freedom is huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then you can like parlay working with this label and this label, where most producers are only stuck working with certain artists probably,
Yeah.
Yeah. That really is wild. And it's a lot to unpack, for somebody starting out, like to really understand even what like royalties are, how you collect royalties, and
Yeah.
most producers are all by themselves just cooking up beats all day. They don't even like publishing their beats, let alone like publishing it the right way. You know what I mean? So for the producer that knows he needs a team, besides a lawyer, like what do you look for? Like sort of that long list of people you named on your team, what's sort of like the role you look for as a producer for them to like really help you with?
I mean, you want to get you a solid manager, somebody who, can help you get in certain doors and stuff like that, keep you on track. You definitely want to get you a PR, somebody who can help you stay up on your branding, your social media stuff, emails, stuff like that.
Do you ever see as a producer, because I see it a lot where like you'll see a manager for an artist, but the manager doesn't really know much of what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Then you need to leave that nigga alone.
So what do you look for in a manager? Because that is a major role, and most people like have no idea of what to pay a manager, or even what the manager is supposed to do for them.
You need to find somebody who is musically inclined, that's in circles, like who go places, like
kind of has a track record of doing it almost.
Yeah. So, I've been blessed to have two of my, managers and stuff like that. I got my main managers, Coach Red, DJ Ready Rock, and then my homie Zoe. He's my road manager, also my security. And then I also have my back-end manager who like kind of helps a little bit more too. His name is Jay Hatch. So it's just, everybody know Ready Rock from DJing. You feel me? But this nigga know a lot of people. So it's just like him getting the doors and stuff like that. Opportunities happen. You feel me? Stuff like that. Especially my homie Hatch. Same thing with him. Getting into the doors and stuff like that. So it's always good to have that person who are in the inner circles. Mm-hmm. Don't get you a manager. Everybody wants to have that. People want to get the managers where you want to start over with the person. Like people are always like, I want this person to grind with me from the bottom up.
Like you don't want somebody to learn the job. You want somebody that knows how to do the job.
Yeah, that's cool and all. I get it. But you still need somebody else on that team who are in the circles, who understands the business, who ain't gonna do you dirty, who ain't gonna just leave you out here dick in the dirt, bro. Like, you need to find somebody who just is constantly they want to see you succeed. They want to see you keep going.
That's dope.
So it's cool, man.
No, and that is super important because the business side, as much talent as you have, the business side could still screw you over.
Yeah, definitely.
And so with all this, like the different credits, the different awards, what really makes you happy as a producer now? Like what do you find joy in doing? Or what are you excited about?
Just creating, man. I love creating, man. So that's gonna be one thing that.
Do you cook up beats every day?
Pretty much.
Do you cook up more than one beat, right? Because you're pretty quick with it.
Yeah, it all depends on what mood I'm in. I hate when people be like, "Oh, for you to make it, you gotta make 100 beats a week or 10 beats." No, the hell you don't, bro.
It's quality over quantity.
Yes, because you can make 10. I can make 10 beats in a day, and if they don't. If they not hitting, I'm wasting my time. You feel
Mm.
me? It's cool to
And
keep.
if you can't sell one, why
Yeah,
make 10 before you
10.
can sell one? You know what I
You just
mean?
gonna have. I don't like. That's like. That's like making food for a whole 2 weeks. You know it's gonna go bad after a couple of
Hmm.
days. And now you just wasting money
You're
on other
making,
stuff.
yeah, you're making food for a party without inviting people to the
Yes.
party. You know what I mean?
So I tell people if you making beats that day and your creativity is pushing you to keep on going that whole entire day. Like you found a niche that day and you want to keep on making. Go at it. You can crank out. There
Mhm.
be times where I make one beat that day. That's the only thing I could make that day because you feel me. It's like it's not hitting. It's there. Like the beat is cool. It's there, but I'm not gonna force myself.
Mm.
And then maybe like that next day, oh cool. I found some inspiration now. I done made like 10, 20 beats that day. Cool. I know probably out of 10, 20, I'm gonna sell at least about six to seven. So
Yeah.
it's all about the creativity process, man. It's always fun. And then I'm more of a person. I like cooking up with the artists. So
Yeah, like you'll have the artist come here to buy beats instead of just. I mean, you'll probably you still send out
yeah, I still
beats,
send it out.
but I've seen you the whole time like really get sessions with artists, which I feel
Yeah,
like is a major key for producers too.
yeah. That way they can see, they can have an input in, what they want because maybe there's a certain sound that they want. Instead of them going through a long folder, hey, come on, we just gonna create it, bro. Let's just come in here and cook up. Especially like singers, you definitely gotta do that with singers.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man,
Do you ever find yourself burning out like with
all
that
the time,
grind?
all the time.
And what kind of gets you through that?
Just take breaks, man. Spend time, family, friends, loved ones, man. Like if you got a significant other, like with them, bro, just because most people bring you inspiration. I usually try to go out of town, do stuff, step away from music for a little bit. Cause music is always gonna be there. It's not going. It's not going away. Your mental health and all that is what you only get one body. You only get one life. So just to make sure that you take care of you, it's gonna help you creativity wise. Like you're gonna be able to, like you could go out of town for a week, come back home, and make some crazy bangers just because you allowed your mind to be at ease.
Hmm.
Now you can think clearly. So
And it almost lets you listen to what's going on around, whether that's like other artists or music styles. It just kind of lets you absorb stuff to be able to, create too.
yeah,
But when it comes to travel, because I think getting out of, Indianapolis can be important, to see the other opportunities out there and just to see other ways of life, you know what I
yeah.
mean? So have you had like any memorable experiences traveling where it sort of like just blew your mind, like of like getting out of the city or country or whatever?
Yeah, man, just going different countries, man, different
What's
cities and
one that
stuff.
comes to mind of like somewhere you've been that you really like?
Uh, I would have to say my favorite so far was probably like Tokyo, like Japan.
Tokyo. And you were
Yeah,
just there not too long ago,
yeah.
right?
So
What
like there was
That's
kind of
crazy.
cool.
What
Like
is that even like? Like I have no idea what Tokyo would be like.
man, it's like what you see in movies and stuff like that. That place is it don't bring it justice, bro. Like it's nice. I mean, they just like any other like
Major
countries.
city sort of?
Yeah, they got their hoods. They got their streets. Sometimes it be dirty a little bit. It's just like I think it's like a New York times 10, basically.
Times 10?
Yeah, yeah. It's
And New
super
York's
populated.
already
Yeah,
crazy.
it's super populated out there, but it's fun, man. There's
That's
not.
wild.
Um.
What did you do out there?
Oh, we went out there for a session, man. We had to. I helped out with a tour as well while I was out there, but
Can you
uh,
say who?
nah, okay,
No?
no,
Okay.
not shit. But their music will be dropping soon. But went out there on the tour stuff, man, helping out with that,
That's
and
crazy.
got to go do a couple sessions, man. And it was pretty cool, man.
What is that? How does that work with like NDAs? I imagine you've had to like sign different stuff where you can't talk about certain things.
Yeah,
Because
man,
I remember I've heard you say that in the past before
they
too.
got super strict like stuff. Like they don't want you. Like you could talk about it certain people, but they don't want you to broadcast it
Like
like how we
reveal the
doing. Yeah,
stuff.
like how
Yeah,
we doing on
like
a
on a public podcast.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah like
So
stuff
you can
that they
tell me like
posted.
off camera, maybe.
Yeah, off camera.
That's
Yeah.
dope. Yeah.
But definitely can't like. I could play it for certain people, but they can't like videotape it
Oh,
or
so
try
you
to
got the
post it
actual
up.
tracks.
Yeah. I
Oh
got the
shit.
tracks. Um,
That's fire.
yeah, I don't like leaving a session without having some type of tracks. Even if they like the dummy tracks, I still take some home.
That kind do you do that so it like helps you sort of prove anything if it did come to like copyright, or that's already taken care of
No,
because
that's
of
already taken
contracts?
care of. Yeah,
That's
like
awesome.
they got their own contracts, and then we have ours that we both sign each other's. So,
So what's it like working with some of the very top people in the industry, whether it's like Chris Brown, Future, the undisclosed names, Justin Bieber, all you've worked with a different level, and like the level that I see are like the grinders, like like the boozy type of level where they're like on the grind going city to city and everything. But what's it like on that other level? Do you still see that like they're normal people?
yeah, man, they super
Yeah.
normal people, man. They just
That's good to hear. Yeah.
it's just man, what you see on cameras, bro, is not what you gonna see, in a day to day with them. I mean, they human beings just like us. They have feelings, they got emotions, they got everything. So the sessions be cool, man. We go in, we vibe out, laugh, joke around. You feel me? Drinks, drink. They do their thing, whatever. And then we just create, man. It's just a vibe, man. It's just
Where's one of the coolest places you've made a beat where it's just like, dang, I'm making a beat like in this location?
I don't know, cause I don't really get starstruck, bro. Like
I don't mean the people. I'm saying like whether you're like cooking up like on a balcony somewhere like a dope
Oh, okay,
studio or like
okay.
location wise.
I would say like the mountains when I went to Gatlinburg. Doing some stuff
yeah.
out there, bro. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
We just got a bunch of people together. We rented a cabin.
Yeah, those cabins are nice when
Yeah.
you get up there in the mountains.
Took some speakers, bro.
You see any bears?
Nah.
Nah.
What did we see? No, we didn't see no bears.
Yeah.
We
You be
heard
hearing
them-
about
we
them
heard
there,
about
though.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's dope though. Because are you from Indianapolis? Like where
Yeah.
you grew up?
I born here, raised in New York, but then came back.
How long were you in New York?
Like majority of my childhood.
Really?
Yeah, till high school, but then came back, bro.
Where's your favorite part of New York?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? Is it that where you live? Or?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. Do you still go there a lot?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. I've been there a couple of times, to do sessions and just to be there, but I feel like each time like the trip ends up getting like shortened, or I'm like working or something where I never get to really experience the city. It's just
Yeah.
like where my hotel's at maybe,
Yeah.
But no, I definitely want to be able like to experience all that too. What do you think of like LA for producers? Or do you view it like certain cities? Because I know we've talked about it before too, of like sort of like why don't you like move to like Atlanta or New York or somewhere? But do you view it like certain cities or where it's at for the music, or do you think you really can do it from even if you were in like a random city in Arkansas?
Man, you could do it anywhere, bro. It's all about you getting out there. I mean, it gives you opportunity to travel, see new places and stuff like that. But you need to find somewhere where you are comfortable at that you can create. You feel me? Like, I know if I moved to Atlanta and stuff like that, or Nashville or LA, that I'll do good. But is my creativity still gonna be the same?
Right.
Because Atlanta itself is already saturated as it is. Everybody would feel like they got to move to Atlanta.
Right.
I can understand from an artist point of view why people move, but from a producer's standpoint, bro, just stay your ass where you at. Like, you really don't have to move.
Especially until you kind of get some traction, at least.
Like, you really don't have to move, man. Like,
no, that's
people, I hate when people be like, "Oh, I gotta," especially producers, man. I hear it all the time. "Oh, I gotta move out the city to make." No, you don't, bro. There's so many people here that have made it that didn't have to move. You feel me?
Mm,
Like
that's real.
it's all about
And that's inspirational too. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It makes you.
It's all about your work ethic. If you're a worker, you could go anywhere. It's like working from home. You feel me? Like think of like you get a work from home job. You could take that anywhere with you. Anywhere you go, just like producer wise, you could go anywhere with your computer, laptop, headphones, a little keyboard, whatever. You don't have to live there just to work there. You feel me? You could work. You could do it anywhere.
Right.
So
And that's sort of like looking at it like, oh, I'm trying to make it. Whereas we're talking to somebody that's already like won a Grammy, and have had different awards. So when you kind of reach that point, what really does matter to you, just as a person or as a producer?
uh, winning more.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tight.
You feel me? Like me, and my team, we 3 in, so 3 Grammys. So it's
Can
just
you name them real quick?
yeah, you got feature with ATL Jacob. So I was a part of that. Robert Glasper and also Kendrick Lamar. So
K Dot.
it was cool,
What?
man. Yeah, man. I helped arrange his shows. His show mixes. I mean, like his show, touring music and stuff like that, and helped out on a couple of tracks that was off his latest album.
With
So,
Mr. Morale.
uh-huh.
And that tour was insane. Like the
Yeah,
production value of the tour itself was
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, man. So just be able to be a part of that was cool. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna win for that, but it was kind of cool, man. So
What was the other one? Because that's two, right? The ATL Jacob, Kendrick,
and then Robert Glasper.
Robert Glasper.
Yeah,
Man, that's so wild. But yeah, because I mean, I don't like as an engineer, that like works every day. That is sort of the goal, is to reach those heights,
hmm.
But it's crazy to think about reaching those heights and then like not knowing like where to go in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's kind of why I was wondering like what really keeps you going too, because like some people would win that first Grammy and be like, well, I did it, let me just chill. So like, what do you think like the real fire of being a producer is just being creative?
yeah. Just being creative, man. Have fun. Music is all
Yeah.
about having fun. The accolades and all the other stuff, like the awards and stuff, it come with it. I mean, once people see people work ethic, the more and more you keep going, you'll get plaques, you'll get all that.
Like it comes with time and
Yeah, and
consistency.
then you don't allow that to stop you. Like the Grammy stuff, I'm not satisfied with those 3 Grammys
Mm,
because I feel like I didn't get them on my own until I get one for an album that I majority produced, like a hit, like Hit Boy, like how he majority produced the whole entire Nas's albums and stuff like that. How he won Grammys and stuff. Because people don't understand, being a producer, just because you win a Grammy, you don't get the actual award. You only get like a plaque and like a medallion. But for you to get the award, you have to do like I think it's like 80 to 90% of the album. That's the reason why Hit Boy and stuff like that was getting. He actually got the actual awards, like
mm-hmm.
the actual Grammy
I know what you're
statue.
saying.
So
Yeah. And
for
it sounds like all you need is a little bit of time.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? With
definitely,
the work ethic and the empire you've built
definitely,
around it.
yeah. So I got like some albums right now that I'm working on that hopefully you feel me. These be like some ones that get nominated for like best albums of the years and stuff like that. So
That's
the grind don't stop, man.
that's awesome. So let's take it back to Indianapolis. What advice do you see that Indianapolis artists need to really succeed? Like what's something you've learned from working with all these bigger experiences? What's something you've learned that will help Indianapolis artists?
Um, I would say, man, just keep being creative, man, and keep grinding, man. Get out the mindset of it's a competition, man, because it's really not. There's enough money out here that everybody could be eating. You feel me? Music, like I said, music will never die. Music is gonna forever be forever. You feel me? Now there's a such thing as new sounds and stuff coming up. Yeah, make sure that you stay relevant. All that stuff. Make sure you find your sound, but also make sure you stay relevant too. Stop with this competitive stuff, man. It gets annoying, man. I hear it so much. That's the reason why our city is not the Indianapolis as a whole is not winning because everybody is in a competition mode.
And if that turned to more of like a collaboration mode where everybody had their own Spotify going and then they're doing it all the right way, it would boost it even more too, you know?
Like you got too many people who are like beefing with each other and it's crazy. But it's like the same amount of time you put into beefing with that person, create something with that person. Watch what happens. You feel me? Like
especially if you got attention on it,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
There's so many people here. If they like, you know, I ain't gonna say no names, but there's so many artists. Like if they collab together, how powerful their stuff would be, and it would take off like crazy. Like,
no, that's real, and I hear it too. Like I hear them saying like that. You know, they like I hear artists all the time say, "I'm not doing anything unless they pay me." You know?
Yeah, man. It's and that mindset gotta get gone, bro. I understand people want to get compensated for their work, yeah, but to help you get compensated for your work, you gotta give me a reason why I need to pay you.
Yeah, you have to bring value to.
Yeah, if I'm just paying you, just come put a verse on here, bro. I'm gonna save that money, and I'm about to go find somebody else that's big, and put it on there.
Yeah, that now actually has the numbers.
Yeah, now if I'm reaching out to you because I want you a part of this song, I'm reaching out to you because I really want you a part of this song. Like I want to build something with you. But if you hit me with, oh, bro, like this happened to me before, like, and like I said, like people know I'm the most humblest person as they come. And if I reach out to you like, hey, bro, I got this track I really, want you to spit on. I've had somebody tell me, oh yeah, bro, I charge $1,500, or it was some wild number, and I'm just like, nigga, what? Like, bro, like, but I will never come out my character because that's not me. Because I could easily be like, nigga, do you know?
Just send him a picture of the Grammys.
Yeah, like, nigga, do you know what stuff I have, bro? Like, I could put you on, but at the exact same time, it's just like I'm coming to you as humble as I can because I see greatness in you. I know what you can do on this track. You feel me? And I want you to be a part of the track. I'm not charging you for it, nothing like that, because I could charge you for the beat. You feel me? Like I can.
Yeah, really giving away a free beat. Who would turn down a free beat?
And
you know what I mean?
For that nigga to do that, bro, that kind of shocked me, bro. I was just like, what?
Dude. But I'm sure that you see moments like that all the time where another person could get out of character. You know what I mean? But if you let those little things stop your professionalism and what you have going, like you can't trip over literally the little stuff.
Because it's like the ones who want to work, and the ones who don't. So for people who do stuff like that, they all about the money aspect. Oh, that cut off.
You just heard that too?
Yeah.
I hit something by accident. All right, now it should be good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're still rolling. Let me just make sure the camera's rolling too, because, like I said, well. All right. Yeah, because we've been dropping some gems. I just want to make sure we're not messing it up. Because last time we did this, we had a good talk, and that was one of the very first podcasts I think I ever really did.
And it cut off.
The audio didn't pick up because we weren't using mics, or the mic wasn't recording or something. And then it just was so quiet that I couldn't even like really raise it in here without it just sounding crazy.
It sounded crazy.
Yeah, and I wanted to do it right too because I've interviewed different producers like in Atlanta and here, and because you're even a part of like my own journey with, being here at Azimuth and all that, like I definitely, was looking forward to like even being able to talk to you like about all this stuff.
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. And so with the artists, do you want to name like your top favorite artists of now, or like a list? You know what I mean? Because I'll have people do that, not just for like the viral clicks of it, but because sometimes it's hard to know who the top artists are. You know, and
Mhm.
especially when it comes to producers and engineers. You know, you like even in the world, it a lot of the time throughout music history, they don't get any love. You know what I mean? And in Indianapolis, I feel like you should talk about who the big artists are in a way because it's shining the light on them for the people that might not know any artist or they just assume this person's good because they're the only one they heard about, you know?
Yeah. Uh, you said top 5.
Yeah. Or top three, whatever you're comfortable with.
I don't mind. I'll do a top 10.
Yeah.
I definitely gotta say this nigga, otherwise I'm gonna hear his mouth. Amani, Trey Nunner. You got Woogie. You got TGI Free, Skip, Tragic, Baby Ebony, Fox a legend.
Mhm.
If he get back to rapping, my nigga Cairo. Who else? Man, Distinct. Man, I just became a fan of Distinct too. Like hearing his music a couple years ago. Like I was like, yeah, that nigga is a problem. Distinct. Chuck Mason, Dead Silence. That's the name of you. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the list goes on really.
Yeah.
But that is dope because there are even artists in that list that I don't even know. You know what I mean? So like it's I feel like it's good to be able to do that, you know. And I'll try to clip it and maybe even like tag him in it or something, you know, just to like make it official. But no, I think that's dope. And a lot of those people are super chill too. Like
Yeah.
they're good to work with too.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they cause problems too. You know, like lyrically or whatever they cause problems, but like they're it seems like most of that list is like the good people too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do you want your legacy to be as a person and as a producer?
Man, just to be well known, man. That's why I like to stay humble, bro. I want somebody when they hear my name, they be like, yeah, bro, that boy ain't nothing bad on me. You feel me? That's why I keep it that way. I stay away from shit, bro. Like I want people to know, like me from me. You feel me? I'm a goofy person, but I like to have fun with people, bro. Just turn up. But I'm as humble as they come, bro. I never brag about anything I'm doing. Stuff like that, man. So just somebody that they know that I was a cool person. But also my music spoke for itself. So
Yeah. Do you have any kids or anything?
nope.
No.
Uh,
Yeah. So I had to wait a minute to say this. I don't want to say it at the beginning and have people hating on us or whatever, but me and you both don't eat meat, right? You don't eat meat.
I don't eat. No, I eat meat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
pause.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's why we didn't start off with this, but
no. So I don't eat any red meat. I haven't for 16 years now. I can't eat pork. I'm allergic to pork,
Hmm.
and I'm allergic to shellfish. So really, the only thing I eat is chicken, fish, and turkey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
For some reason, I thought you were like vegan or something.
I was for a little bit. I did go vegan a couple years ago.
What was that like?
I'm not
It was
vegan no
rough.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was too much.
But
money.
shout out the Slutty Vegan though. I remember we were talking about
Yeah,
that in
that's
Atlanta. They're
that's
fire.
my joint, man.
Yeah, I
That's
had
my
to stop
favorite.
there a few times when I was there. Yeah, but what was like, what didn't work out for you? I'm just
Well, being a
curious.
vegan,
Yeah.
it was too much money, bro. Like I was
Really?
like,
Like you're buying like the fancier
yeah,
shit or
because I
something?
was make sure stuff don't spoil fast, because fruits and veggies you gotta eat it in a certain time frame, otherwise it'll start getting bad. Um, that was pretty much it. But at the exact same time, I really wasn't eating like. Still to this day, I don't really eat like meat products like a whole lot. Like my biggest downfall was like carbs, like eating bread and pasta and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, uh, I never had no problem with like make sure that I eat the right foods. It was just like I said, like your downfalls is like carbs, sweets. Well, I'm not really a huge sweet person, but
Yeah, no, I feel you for sure. And if you are like going off the rails like unhealthy, it can mess with your creative process too. You know, if it makes you like feel like shit or something.
yeah, man, you definitely got to get on your health, man, because
No,
you
yeah,
don't
it's
want to be out
important.
here doing music. You got high blood pressure and everything, and you can't even think straight and stuff like that, bro. Nah,
Yeah,
I try to make sure that you feel me. My body's cleansed. I drink water, bro. I drink the most water that you could think of. Like I drink gallons a day. You don't catch me drinking nothing else.
yeah.
Uh,
No, that's stuff.
I mean, I have like some drinks every now and then, like some alcohol every now and then, but my go to is definitely water.
No, I feel that. So let's talk. We'll wrap it up soon too. I know your time's valuable, but when it comes to making money, what advice do you have once the money comes in? Because a lot of people, don't really plan on like what to even do with money when it comes in.
Oh yeah,
Like it can be a problem in a way too. Like, so like what advice would you give when people do get their first check?
man, like don't spend it all, bro. Like invest in some stuff, man. Get you like some stocks, Bitcoin, man. Get you like something, man. Invest your money into something. Put it in a bank.
Where it's gonna
When
grow?
it's gonna grow, man. Oh, excuse me. Man, just be smart about it.
Have you ever like wild out when
Yeah,
you
man.
got
My
that
first check. Yeah,
check?
my first check was gone, bro.
What happened? I'm just curious.
Like my first 7, 8 figure check was probably gone in less than like
7 or 8 figure check. What?
yeah, like in less than like a year or two, bro. Like I depleted that check so fast,
That's
and I
crazy.
felt like a dummy after I did. But I was young. I was young at the time when I touched that first amount, bro. Like
What do you sort of regret buying the most, like as a big purchase? Is there anything, or is it
like
just
dumb stuff. Like I would spend the money on
like just
going
living
out a
life
lot.
stuff?
Yeah, going
Yeah,
out a whole lot. Girls, bro. Like
really.
doing stupid stuff, bro. I mean, not no prostitutes, but like just like spending stuff
Yeah,
on like taking people out, man. Buying jewelry and
yeah,
all
like
that.
spending a lot of money when you're out. Yeah,
Buying stuff I didn't need, man. Cars and stuff, bro. Like it was stupid, bro. Like, but a lot of people didn't know because, like I said, I'm quiet about my stuff. But when people saw me stuff, it was like, "What you doing in that?" It was like, "Here, bro, this is mine."
you hear
But
that song on the radio?
yeah, but it was like when I was young, like in college. That's when I first touched that amount. Was I was in college,
In
bro,
college? Wow.
and
And you went
bl-
to Berkeley? Is that where you're?
yeah, Berkeley School of Music. Uh, man, I spent my money on so much dumb stuff, bro. It's ridiculous. Now,
Hmm.
as I got a manager, got a team and everything, got a financial advisor, definitely get one. Once you start generating money and stuff like that, definitely find you a trustworthy financial advisor. They gotta help me get back on track. Make sure you do your taxes, write stuff off, do all that. So now I'm smart with my money. I got some money invested in certain things, and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah. And I'm not an accountant, and obviously if we start talking about taxes and stuff, it's gonna be terrible for YouTube. But for artists, it is important to understand that, right? Like
Yeah,
especially the tax write-offs when they're spending money on studio time, on
yeah,
videos, and all that.
definitely.
Do you have like any advice for that? Because
Uh,
most artists don't do that, even though they
Let
should.
me make sure you do it because they're gonna come. They're gonna come after you.
Yeah.
They got man.
And even
I
if you don't make money, those losses can roll over, or they could go to whatever income you do have.
Yeah, because the IRS is smart, bro. They gonna wait till you like keep generating money and money,
They're
and
gonna
then
let it pile
pile
up.
up, and then they gonna hit you like, bro, like out of nowhere, and it'd be like, oh, you gonna owe like millions of dollars and stuff like that, or hundreds of thousands, and it's just like if you, as long as you just make sure you take care of it, it could be
Hmm.
you can make not enough. You can make like say for instance you make a short amount 1 year from off of music stuff, and you just like, man, I don't want to write this off. I only made like maybe $1,500, $2,500. Still write that off because all that stuff still adds up.
Right.
The IRS still sees that you still generate money off of your music stuff, so make sure that you write it off.
Right. And even if your losses are way more, it'll roll over till the next year's whenever you do start making money, you know. No, I think that is important. And I hope to like with this channel, I hope to like give out a lot of like the business and kind of fundamental stuff for artists to get to the level where they can make money, you know, cuz there is a big gap between artists making stuff in the studio and making money with it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So what is there anything that you want to talk about of what you've been doing like recently, or like just anything that you've been excited about recently that you want to talk about that you feel like we haven't talked about?
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
There's some stuff I can't even talk on yet till the time comes, but just know, like, we got some crazy stuff in store.
No, that's cool.
That's
Are you optimistic for Indianapolis getting an artist that's known internationally?
Like, am I for it?
Yeah, well, I'm saying like do you think it's gonna happen?
Oh yeah, it definitely probably happen.
Yeah.
Once people start getting out of their own self and start allowing people to, you know, work together and stuff like that, somebody's definitely gonna.
Yeah.
There's so much talent out here that's gonna take off.
Yeah. What advice would you give for an artist that makes amazing music but they don't get any streams?
Man, just keep going, bro. Do content.
Like try different stuff.
Yeah,
see
man.
what works.
Content is definitely gonna help you out. Like, make TikTok videos, make YouTube videos, make Instagram posts, Facebook posts. All that is gonna help with your streams, because the more and more you gotta put money into things, bro. It is what it is. If there's something that you want to do, you have to put money into it. And for you to make money, you gotta use money. So it's just like, don't be afraid to, you know, get your iPhone or a good camera or something.
Yeah.
Have somebody, or if you know somebody that you trust, have them like videotape you in the studio working, do little clips. You feel me?
And that helps multiple ways too. Yeah. And that's sort of the same for a producer that makes good beats, right?
Yeah. Like, this, you know, have fun, man. Like me, I try to post up like little clips of beats out there every now and then, just to keep myself, you know, my algorithms up and everything else like that. But
what do you find is the most effective way to sell a beat?
Word of mouth, bro. Or just putting yourself out there.
But like, do you sell more on Instagram, or like getting in person with people, or like YouTube? You know,
I sell more in person than I would do online, just because of
if they come all the way here. You know, it seems like they're gonna want to leave with something.
Yeah, like I do it to the point of you ain't gonna resist to want to get in a beat.
Mm-hmm. So, and if they hear it on these speakers, it's gonna be knocking. Yeah, you know.
So
what do you think of YouTube beats and producers that choose that route?
I don't hate, bro. Like, whatever works for you works. Like, if you want to post stuff online, like, do it, bro. Like, you can, you know.
Do you know any other like producers that are like real big YouTube producers? Like, have you come across them, you know, through your label work or anything?
Not necessarily. I mean, I know I've heard of a couple of them, you know, that be in studio sessions that do it. But majority of the time, half of the producers I know is they went off of just like how I do it, bro. Like, put myself out there, getting in the doors and stuff like that, putting a face behind the music. Because, oh no, I'm not real big on, like I said, I'm not a hater. You know, people who be doing their stuff on YouTube, you know, kudos to you. You know, if it works for you, it works. But for me, I don't want to hear 50,000 niggas on the same beat. I just don't. And I don't do leases because I don't want to hear the same person on there. And the leases get messy. People think they obligated to the beat when they buy a lease when they not.
Explain that. How does it get messy?
say for instance, somebody if I lease a beat for like $50, cool. That means I still have the rights over it. I can still sell it to somebody else multiple times until somebody buy it exclusively. Once they buy it, when that person buys it exclusively, then it's their beat. I still own
You
my
still have the
rights.
lease
Yeah,
to.
but it's their beat now. You feel me? Now the people who bought the leases, you feel me? If he comes after you because he
He
got the
owns the
song out,
masters now.
he owns the stuff
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So there's nothing. It's out of my hands. You
And
feel me?
the craziest thing I've seen with YouTube beats is where we'll make an amazing song, and then I'll just check the actual terms of it, which is different than what BeatStars shows. You got to go into the actual contract where you see the royalty splits. Some of those big YouTube channels, they take 100% of the royalties. Like they don't let you make any money off of it, which is, I mean, it's not right or wrong. I mean, you're agreeing to something, that they offer, but it it makes it harder for an artist,
Yeah,
and it can be confusing if the artist doesn't even know to like check certain things like that when it comes to leasing a beat.
yeah. So that's why I only sell my beats exclusively because I want you to have it. I want it to be yours.
But
Nobody else can hear it.
how does that work with the back end bag? Like, when do you care about the back end?
I mean, I care about my back all the time. So you
Pause.
feel me? I mean, yeah, pause. We not about to like when you get a beat from me, cool. Like we gonna do the splits, we gonna do all that. You feel me? We gonna, cause you never know what
So,
a song.
you just mean it's exclusive, as in you're not going to resell the
Yeah, I'm
beat?
not gonna
Yeah, that's
resell it.
good.
Like it's yours.
Yeah.
Once you buy it, it's yours. You feel
Because
me?
we've even had drama like that in Indianapolis, where like the top artist will hop on the same beat, and not even like mean to though.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
because of the producer, bro. They be reselling it, and it's just like now.
And it can be hard for a producer too. It's not necessarily that they're scamming. Maybe they just aren't all the way organized, and they sent out a beat 2 months ago. It didn't get used. Sent it again. Like I can see how it would happen on both sides for
Yeah.
sure. But that's the power of being organized and professional with it too,
Yeah,
and having that game plan. Because whether you're a producer or an artist, you have to understand the business you're running.
yeah, big time.
Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate your time. I don't want to keep talking your head off
I know
unless
y'all
there's
good.
anything real specific. I do like to ask people this, and there's obviously no right or wrong answer, but I know that you've worked in the church in different places. How do you feel about God as a person?
Oh shoot, bro! Ain't nothing I'm doing uh, that I don't put God first.
Mm.
I grew up. My parents, my mom, and my pops, bro. They both pastors and stuff like that. So I grew
Oh,
up as
really?
PK.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
My biological father is not. That nigga's a thug. But my mom and I don't call him my stepdad because he raised me. So my father, they grew up in the church and everything. I grew up in the church, played drums in the church. I always make sure I put, God first in everything I'm doing. Because without him, ain't none of this possible. So, but now I won't say I'm the biggest spiritual person out there. No, but I still, make sure that
Yeah.
I give honor where honor's due. So,
Yeah. And I think that's cool, even to talk about, because like I said, it's not like right or wrong answers or anything, and everybody has their own individual thing, but it is like it can be like inspirational and relatable, for the other people too. That because a lot of people will view the music industry as evil and crazy and like all these crazy conspiracies and all that, which obviously not everybody's good and like down to earth and all that, but it is good to be able to speak on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate your time. I hope number 4 comes this year.
Ah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And I know it will, but if you keep at it, because as a producer and just working at it consistently, things do snowball. When you do good business, it does snowball. And because of the word of mouth, and even your past accolades can help you get your future accolades. As you build your portfolio and all that.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So this is probably going to be shared to the Azimuth students too, and we work out at Azimuth here a lot. what advice do you have? This will be the last question too, but what advice do you have to like a student of music production?
Man, keep on going, man. Keep on going. Have fun. Be creative. Take what you learn, you know, and use it, but also don't allow that to interfere with your creativity. You feel me? Whatever you learn, allow that to help you in your process. But nobody can teach you how to be creative. That's only on you. So just experiment stuff, have fun, man. Music is all about experiment. You feel me? There's no right or wrong answer. You feel me? To doing music. Don't get me wrong, you definitely want stuff that's clean and everything else, like mixes and stuff like that.
You want to know the technical
The
stuff
technical
as
side.
like to help you, but you don't have to, you can still be creative with
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I
most
I
definitely.
I 100% know exactly what you're saying because sometimes people do kind of care too much about the technical stuff when really it's about what sounds good and what feels good. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate your time. Thank
Yeah,
you,
man.
bro. And I hope to have you back too. As you know, you grow as a producer, I keep engineering,
Yeah.
and hopefully grow this channel and sell beats on the channel and stuff too. But I definitely hope to have you back, kind of as a recurring guest, because I really do look up to you more so than most producers.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.